So, jetzt probieren wir es nochmal hier, ne? Kack brauchen wir nicht. Den Kack brauchen wir auch nicht. Meine Fresse, kaum spielt man mal einmal wieder PC, ne? Dann ist schon wieder vorbei. Okay. So ein Dreck, Alter. Oh. And the sun goes down
Take care of this quickly.
Bling, bling. Ja. Okay. Ja, Mann. Ja, moin. Ich kill mich mal eben selber, ne? Oh nee, ich hab sie gar nicht drinnen, Alter. Och nö. Ja, egal, Digga. Egal. Damit wir hier dumm machen. Oh. So. So. Zack, alle.
Finish them quickly.
Nein. Wir wollen jetzt kein... Hallo. Ja, oh, sorry, Digga. Wusste ich jetzt auch nicht. Ja, du Sau, Alter. Kassierst. Oh. Los. Einer dead, Alter. Ja.
I'm making coffee. Anybody want coffee? I'm making coffee.
I'm making coffee.
Whoa, you blew the brains out.
Ja, moin. Er schießt halt, bevor er mich sieht. Man kennt ihn, Digga.
Got a shot. You got it.
Ja, er schießt. Ach, Digga, er schießt durch die Wall. Junge, das ist schon wieder mal so lächerlich. Bruder. Ich check's einfach nicht. Ja, hä? What the fuck? Ja, boah, reicht auch mal. Reicht, Digga. Ja. Sie ist mal wieder komplett am Ausrasten.
Nice headshot.
Ja, Ja, ein 60er. Warum one-shottet die mich? Hä? Ja, ja. Ich back halt einfach in der Wand. Ich back in der Wand. Bruder, was ist das? Ja, ja, reicht. Reicht, Leute, reicht. Mann. Ja, ja. Safe.
Hey, you got him. Excellent.
Ja. Junge. So lächerlich, das Game. Ja. Was soll ich sagen? Was soll ich einfach nur sagen?
Хорошо.
Jo.
You got him.
Du willst mich doch komplett hochnehmen. Ja, geh doch! Okay, ich glaube, nach dieser Runde gehe ich anderen Server, wenn es da auch nicht geht, ne?
Хорошо. You got him.
Ja, Digga. Ich mach so hektische Bewegungen. Ja. Ja. Fühl ich, Digga. Fühl ich. Geiler Scheiß.
Nice headshot.
Ja, ja, von da draußen.
I'm making coffee. Anybody want coffee? I'm making coffee. Anybody? Who wants coffee? Anybody?
Junge, was ist bei ihm los? Anybody wants coffee? Anybody? Hey, anybody wants coffee? Yeah.
Kill them all. Make them suffer.
Ja, safe. Achso, wir haben ja gesagt, wir gehen anderen Server. Ich weiß nicht, was? Wir schauen jetzt einfach mal ein bisschen YouTube. So, rein in die
Perché non fai anche tu un salto in negozio? In poltrone sofà solo fino a domenica c'è la collezione novella a partire da 399 euro. E in più c'è il molto più di metà prezzo sui nuovi modelli della collezione. Poltrone sofà, autentica qualità.
Hi, Mystery Recap here. Today, I'm going to explain an action science fiction film called Badland, Road to Fury. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. At the beginning of the movie, we see a large barren land. A young man named Jerome Holm narrates to us that he hasn't seen this land when it was green, but his father has. Years ago, it used to be home to several farmers who grew wheat and grains on it. However, after drought struck the land, not a single plant has been able to grow. Most of the farmers left the place, but Jerome's father, Ernest, hoped the land would be green again. He still believes that it just needs some water. But in this world, people kill each other for water. In the first scene, we see two muggers trying to break into a tiny house.
Ah,
Ernest
ja.
catches them and kills the first one. The second mugger tries to convince him to spare his life, but is killed when he secretly takes a gun out. His son, Jerome, insists he could have helped him. The house the muggers were breaking into has an old water pump that stops working when Ernest tries to use it. With no water left, the father and son make their way on a mule to the watermen, people who extract water from deep wells through a government deal. Ernest exchanges supply with those people for water. He has been trying to convince them to provide him with water to cultivate a small part of his land for back home to Ernest visits Sam Lever's auction. Unknown to Ernest, she does not bring her home. Jerome spends his time with his mother that day. Ernest and Catherine kiss goodbye and separate. On their way back, Ernest and Jerome stop at a
Was?
mystery
Schauen wir.
recapped here.
Wir schauen jetzt lieber mal das hier an, ne?
Today, I'm going to explain an American film called Bubble Boy. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. A boy named Jimmy Livingston is born with no immunity whatsoever. Even a little germ can kill him, so he has to be kept in isolation. He cannot touch anything without it being decontaminated. Hence, he will have to live inside a bubble-like plastic sphere for all his life to survive. His mother, Mrs. Livingston, is overprotective of her son. Until he was 4 years old, he wasn't even allowed to come home. However, after he turned 4, she and Mr. Livingston bring the little boy home in his bubble. His room too has a huge bubble, so he can walk inside it. The bubble has a pair of protruded hands that his parents can use to touch him. All his toys are decontaminated to be free of the smallest of the germs and kept inside the bubble. Jimmy has lived in that room ever since. Mrs. Livingston doesn't ever want him to leave the bubble, so she ends all the bedtime stories with the princess dying because they were let free. He is only allowed to watch one TV channel and read one magazine, because Mrs. Livingston insists they are the only ones ever made. She also uses the protruded arms to cut his hair and hug her son. Mrs. Livingston is an extreme nationalist, so she teaches Jimmy only the things she thinks are reasonable and forces her ideas on him. However, poor Jimmy doesn't know better, so he goes along with it. Everyone in the city knows about the unique Bubble Boy, but it doesn't work to his advantage. Instead, the neighbor kids wrap themselves in plastic wrap and make fun of Jimmy outside his home. Mrs. Livingston chases them away frequently. The only food Jimmy eats is homemade. A decontamination system has been placed in a plastic tube, where Mrs. Livingston places his food to kill the germs before Jimmy can fetch it. Jimmy is now 16 years old. He narrates that he grew up like any other kid and is happy when he gets an electrical guitar instead of a car. Until one day, he is at his window when he sees a new girl his age named Chloe moving into his neighborhood. He has grown to like the girl, but cannot do anything about it. More so, he doesn't know anything about love or girls. His mother senses his infatuation, and recites the story to Jimmy about a boy who died because he touched the next door whore. For the next few years, he watches Chloe through his windows a lot. She also notices him watching her. He narrates that he knows something is happening to him, but he doesn't know what. One morning, he wakes up with an erection and is petrified. Unknown to the concept, he hits himself with a bat. He cries and calls his mother. Mrs. Livingston comes in and makes him repeat the Pledge of Allegiance until he calms down. Chloe has a group of popular friends who make fun of Jimmy, calling him the Bubble Boy. She seems to be defensive towards him. One day, she knocks on the Livingston's door and Mr. Livingston lets her in. She sees the system of plastic tubes all around the house, and is fascinated. She follows the tube and reaches Jimmy's room. Jimmy is surprised and nervous because his mother is the only woman he has talked to. Chloe talks to him and tells him she likes his guitar. Jimmy tries teaching her to play it with the protruded hands. He starts reciting the Pledge of Allegiance in the middle of it. Starting that day, the two hang out together every day. Mrs. Livingston doesn't like their friendship, but cannot do anything about it. A montage of them spending time together follows. She gives him a guinea pig inside a ball for his birthday, and even brings kids inside his room for Halloween. One night, on her birthday, a drunk Chloe sneaks inside Jimmy's room through the windows. She tries getting inside the bubble, claiming she cannot stay away from him anymore. However, she passes out before she can go in. The scene cuts to Chloe's prom night. Her perverted boyfriend, Mark, comes to pick her up and Jimmy is devastated. Mark offers Jimmy a cigarette but he doesn't know what it is. One night, Jimmy sees Mark and Chloe make out through his windows. The very next day, Chloe comes into Jimmy's room and shows him her engagement ring. Mark had proposed to her to marry him. Their marriage is this weekend at Niagara Falls, and she has come to inform Jimmy. Jimmy is disappointed but doesn't show it in his face. She has also brought him a gift, which she keeps inside his decontamination tube, but Jimmy ignores it. Instead, he gives her the guinea pig back and asks her to go away. Chloe leaves with tears in her eyes. Later, Jimmy opens the gift and sees it as a snow globe with "I love you" written inside. Surprised, he screams her name and decides to go to Niagara Falls to stop the wedding. He works hard to make himself a portable bubble shield and is finally successful. Then, he sneaks out of the house without his parents knowing. Jimmy is happy to be running for the first time. He reaches the bus station and asks the person there for a bus ticket. However, Jimmy has forgotten to bring any money. Distressed, he tries to cross the road when he is hit by a bus. He goes flying to the ground, but his bubble saves him. The people from the bus come out and offer to give him a ride. Jimmy happily accepts it, but he gets to know that the people are part of a religious cult. When he points it out, they angrily throw him out of the bus. The cult group reaches their destination, where their leader announces a round man inside a globe to be the savior sent by God. The group realizes that Jimmy was their savior, and sets off to look for him to take him out of the globe. Meanwhile, Jimmy meets a biker named Slim. Jimmy tells him about the love of his life marrying someone else. Slim is impressed, and in turn tells him of his old girlfriend who he still loves named Wildfire. He then offers Jimmy a ride, and both of them make their way to Niagara Falls. At home, Mrs. Livingston finds Jimmy missing and freaks out. Mrs. Livingston and her husband set out to look for Jimmy, because the police would only do it after 24 hours of the disappearance. Elsewhere, Slim and Jimmy reach Vegas and stop to rest. They have a lot of fun at a casino, but Jimmy only has 2 days before the wedding. So, he leaves Slim at the club, steals a scooter, and runs away in it. After traveling for a while, Jimmy comes across his parents' car, who tries to stop him from running. In a hurry, Jimmy gets into an accident. But thankfully, his bubble bounces him into a running train.
Ja, so Glück. Safe, Digga, oder?
Escapes his mother but is now trapped in a train with talents from a freak show. Then he continues his way to Niagara Falls. But he can hardly use a scooter anymore, so he goes to a restaurant to ask someone for a ride. There, a bunch of police officers bully a man named Pushpop.
Okay. Gehen wir schauen, ob hier was los ist. Und zum Fall, ich stream öfters jetzt auf Twitch auch. Schon, Mr. Limo, nein. Kreativ mit den Chaoten. Lass mal da rein.
Bin bei dir? Ja, ja. Bin bei dir. Fast bei dir.
Oha.
Was support, bro. Boxed. 100. Wieder boxed.
Oh, oh, oh.
So free, keine Ahnung.
Rage Rambo. Papa Basti. Nee. Der hat mir zu viele Zuschauer. Nico, Nico, nee. Nico, Nico, nee. September. Dann lass mal einfach mal hier reingehen. Minigames. Pet Simulator X. Pet Simulator, nee.
No, but Chris, I do believe he's a good mod, so.
Der ist Englisch, Alter.
on.
Oh, 26 zu
Screw
0.
the minigun, man.
Alles klar.
So useless. He's up there again. Why do they always go there? Finally got me
Oh.
because of a stupid minigun.
Hey, warum hat er jetzt 4
The
Kills?
shittest gun in this game. Yeah.
Yo.
Oh wow, and I got an M249. Are you kidding me? 2 heavy guns.
Junge, warum landest du auf mir? Ja,
Especially a
das
heavy
schon,
gun
aber
that
ich
can't
bin
even
ja in
fly
der
straight.
Holy Hatchery und da ist kein Jungs. Und du landest
At least it's a little bit quicker on the
du
draw.
landest einfach auf mich.
Hä, bekommt er immer 4 Kills oder was? Wenn er ihn killt. Killt.
Look at this.
Ja, tschüss.
The idea is you just want to camp that. Always keep your eye on it. Yeah, it's an easy win.
Ja, nein, bitte.
Seem to love it for some reason. Oh, hello.
Jo. Okay, man bekommt immer 4 Kills.
Surprised that I haven't ran into a hacker yet.
Kill him mit Knife. Ja, Mann.
Wow. That was just embarrassing. Knifed him. Yeah.
Jo.
Where is he now? Are we up here? Is he? No. Ooh. Right. Where is he? Yeah, one anyways. Oh, he was there. Saw a blue barrel, but I didn't notice him. That's a bit of a shame. Hey, who do I not want to verse here? Are we 10? 10 and Haza.
Ja, Digga, dann fallen wir halt mal
What are we
hier.
doing? I need someone else to take over for that guy. It doesn't seem that there's any punishment for doing it either. Oh, they changed that to 100. That was 150 earlier.
Hä, was ist denn das?
Lower score as well.
Was spielt er da?
138. Okay, maybe the elo does play a effect into it.
Glatt Arsenal modded.
I'm getting paired with people with 500 elo now.
Was ist denn das? Hä?
Teleporting, come on.
What the heck?
This is a pretty even matchup.
Hä? Arsenal
Let's put a second
in
ready up screen in here.
2008.
So one person doesn't spawn in earlier. No, they do have a few.
Hä?
Damn, why don't we have any mobile?
Ja, so jetzt auch, Digga. Hä, was ist denn das?
He was really quick on the... There he is.
Okay, das
Maybe
auch,
again.
auch nicht.
Maybe good spot.
Testserver. Da ist, glaube ich, ne? Safe.
Oh, what? He left. Come on, he had 500 elo. He just leaves like that? Okay, I want to stay away from Ace Boy. Ace Boy and Head. Okay, I'm fine with that.
QA. Was ist denn das jetzt hier?
Here we go, deploy.
Hä? Und jetzt? Okay. So. Schauen wir wieder ein bisschen YouTube.
Boom.
Hi, Mystery Recap here. Today, I am going to
So.
explain an episode called Archangel from the British science fiction series Black Mirror. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. The movie starts in a labor room of a hospital. Single mother, Marie Sambrel, lies on the hospital bed, giving birth to her baby daughter, Sarah. She happily hugs her. Cut to 3 years later. Marie's father, Russ, has been helping her raising Sarah. One morning, we see him trying to feed her granddaughter. Marie comes in and offers to take Sarah to the park. As Sarah plays, Marie is distracted talking to someone else. Sometime later, she notices that her daughter is missing. She calls for her but gets no reply. The screen goes blank. Then we see Marie continuing to cry and call for her daughter in the street when a man finds her. Apparently, she had followed a cat out of the park. Marie hugs Sarah in relief. A few days later, Marie takes her to a clinic. She has signed Sarah up for a trial of a procedure called Archangel. The doctor invites them in, and quickly injects Marie's forehead with a chip. She then begins explaining to Marie the benefits of the procedure. The chip just planted on Sarah enables Marie to monitor her through a tablet whenever she wants. She can have access to her location at all times, monitor her vitals like blood pressure and sugar levels, and also see whatever Sarah sees. The additional feature of the procedure includes censoring violent or sexual content that wouldn't be appropriate for a child. However, the procedure is irreversible. The doctor then changes the channel on the TV to violent gunfire. She enables the censoring feature, which blurs the TV from Sarah's point of view. The same thing happens when Sarah sees things that scare her. At home, Russ is not happy about the procedure, but Marie dismisses him. For the first few days, they have fun playing hide and seek using the tablet. Marie always enables the censor when Sarah walks by the neighbor's scary dog, so she won't be afraid. Ever since, Marie has been monitoring every move Sarah makes. One day when she is at work, the tablet starts to beep because Sarah's cortisol level is high, suggesting that she is stressed. Marie quickly checks it, and sees Russ having a seizure. She runs to help her father and saves him. It is now 6 years later. Ross has passed away. Marie and Sarah are the only ones living in the house. That day, they pay a visit to Ross's grave. Marie still always monitors Sarah. As Marie cries grieving her father's death, her face is blurred to Sarah, as it is parent advisory content. Sarah still cannot see the neighbor's dog. She walks to her school where a group of her friends watch violent videos on their tablet. Sarah asks them to describe it to her. All of her friends know that she is special. One of them, named Trick, tries to explain the video to her. When she asks him how blood looks like, he describes it as red juice. The system also censors Trick's cursing, hence Sarah only hears a muffled noise. That day at home, Sarah draws a man bleeding through his head. As she completes the drawing, the system blurs the blood. Frustrated, she sharpens a pencil and stabs her finger with it. As it starts to bleed, the system blurs it too. She puts the blood on her face to at least feel it. Just then, the tablet starts to beep, suggesting that Sarah is stressed. Marie quickly rushes to her room to see Sarah repeatedly stabbing her palm. The following day, she takes Sarah to a therapist. He shows her a picture of two people fighting, but Sarah doesn't recognize what they are doing. Marie assumes that she has autism, but the doctor tells her that it is probably the result of her whole life being censored. He then mentions that the Archangel wasn't launched nationwide because of the same reason. Since the implant cannot be removed, he suggests Marie get rid of the parental unit. Marie feels guilty for being the reason her daughter is different. That day, she returns home and turns off all the censor features of the tablet. She then hides it in the kitchen cabinet. She tells Sarah about the system being off during breakfast. However, Sarah is a little skeptical because she has never been without her mom's supervision. She walks out and is startled to see the neighbor's dog bark at her for the first time. Scared, she tries to cross the road and is almost hit by a car. She reaches school to see her friend, Trick, fighting a boy. She can see his busted lips for the first time. Trick is happy that she can finally see everything and takes the opportunity to show her sexual contents and violent videos. The following day, Marie sees Sarah off to school, then keeps the tablet in the attic. Sarah gets more accustomed to the neighbor's dog and quickly runs when she sees it. A lot of time passes. Sarah is now 15 and is fully accustomed to life without Marie's supervision. She even makes friends with the neighbor's dog. That day, she is with her friend, Meryl, at school when they encounter Trick. He is all grown up now. Trick and Sarah seem to like each other. He invites the girls to a bonfire beside the lake. They accept the invitation and decide to lie to their parents about going to a girls' movie night. When Sarah reaches home, she tells Marie the same. She doesn't question Sarah further. In fact, Marie too is going out with her boyfriend at night. The group of friends is now by the lake. As it turns out, Trick is a typical drug junkie now. He passes Sarah a blunt and she accepts it. Meanwhile, Marie is back from her date and calls Sarah while returning home. However, the call directly goes to voicemail. Worried, she calls Sarah's friend. Her mom picks it up and informs her that the girls were never there. She calls her repeatedly, but Sarah doesn't pick up. With no other choice left, she brings out the tablet from the attic. She finally sees that Sarah's location is beside a lake, 2 miles away. Marie then opens the cam and is horrified to see her daughter having sex with Trick. She quickly turns the tablet off. Back at the lake, Sarah and Trick chat while making out. A knock on the door startles them. It is Meryl telling Sarah that her mom has found out about them sneaking out. The girls then rush home in Trick's van. When Sarah is home, she apologizes to Marie for being late. Marie doesn't confront her either. The following day, Sarah leaves for school. Marie brings the tablet to work with her that day. Sarah and Trick are together after school when she asks him about the drugs he sells. Trick tells Sarah that those are not for her, but she insists on looking at one. Then, we see him trying to teach Sarah how people usually take drugs, but Sarah insists on trying some. Trick reluctantly agrees. Back home, that tablet starts to ring, suggesting that Sarah is stressed. Marie opens it again to see that it is a narcotic alert. She is then horrified to see Sarah snorting coke. Marie loses her control and throws the tablet. She gets on her computer and uses reverse search to find out Trick's name and address. The following day, she goes to Trick's job and threatens him to stay away from Sarah. She also shows him the footage of them having sex. Trick is terrified. That night, he gets several calls from Sarah, but doesn't pick them. Sarah is distressed. The following night, as Sarah texts Trick to talk to her, Marie watches everything from the tablet. The next day, she goes to confront Trick. Because of fear of her mother, he tells her that he doesn't want her anymore. Marie again watches everything unfold from the tablet. At breakfast, she crushes a birth control pill and puts it in Sarah's smoothie. Sarah doesn't feel good the whole day and even runs out of the class to vomit. She goes to the doctor later, who tells her that the vomiting is because of an emergency contraception pill. Sarah is shocked and realizes that her mother gave her the pill because she had only had a glass of smoothie that day. She rushes home and goes through the kitchen cabinets, but doesn't find anything. Then, she looks through the bin and finds an empty box of contraceptive pills. She runs to her mom's room and finds the tablet behind her pillow. Looking through it, she finally realizes that
So, Schwäbisch. Lukas.
Ooh, okay. Apparently you can boost yourself up with that. I didn't know that.
Ja.
Wonder how accurate the sound is. Oh, there he is. What? Hello? Here we go. Over there. Here we go, got him. Oh well. Clean one.
Twitch.
550 elo.
Da. Sibbi__TV.
Alright.
Alltså vad det där men
Okay, let's get into this. What's it? Standard. Okay. Alright, let's get this mouse warmed up here. Okay, it seems to be a little bit laggy still. Still getting some big ping spikes for some reason. I'm not too sure why that's happening.
Du hast jetzt deine Schnauzen. And the sun rises down and I know my heart.
Per fortuna Dixan contro le macchie più ostinate come queste.
Fidati delle nuove Dixan Discs con tecnologia pulito profondo plus per un bucato perfettamente pulito e profumato.
Dixan, il pulito profondo che ama.
Come on, man. Why you just staring? Come get the revive. Come on, man. What you looking at? Pick me up. No. What do you mean, no? Pick me up, man. We gotta go. Give me my loot back. Oh, that's like the first time I ever picked up your loot.
1,342 times.
Who keeps counting stuff like that? Me! Cause you always taking my loot. It don't matter what it is. It could be a piece of doo-doo and you'll pick it up just so I can't have it. Come on, bro. Boo-boo? Really? Boo-boo. Dude, what's that in your hand? Doo-doo. All right, you caught me. Like, seriously, man, who picks up doo-doo? What, you gonna doo-doo grenade somebody? Come on, man, I'll give you your loot once you revive me. I ain't falling for that line anymore. I'm sorry. Somebody's here. I gotta go. Come on, John, where you going, man? I won't pick up nothing no more. Oh, yeah. One more thing. Don't send me no friend invites. Don't send me no game invites. I don't want to play with you ever again. You really gonna let me down with some loot? I know somebody here. I heard something about a doo-doo grenade. Oh, would you look at this? No! He should have just gave me my loot. Covering the exit. He's here. He's here. John Wick is here. Oh no. Ah! He shot me in the butt. No. He shot me in the butt. No! Sir. He's coming, boys. Sir, can you tell us who's coming? John Wick is coming. John Wick? Are you ready to kill? John Wick. I said, are you ready to... Wow.
Ja, moin. Joy. Okay. Okay. Der ist ja eine Kuh. Spaß. Okay. Ja, nee. Oh, Bärenumarmung. Leute, den brauchen wir alle.
Hallo.
Ah ja.
Da letzte schon wieder die Zeituhr da. 8 Tage noch. Dann fängt die neue Season.
Okay. Chill. Ach, was? Was ist mit deinem Skin los, Alter? Na, wer hat mein Kabel gestohlen, welcher Hund? Hä? Na, da, du nicht. Was brauchst du denn? Hä, Lothar, Handy muss auf. Lothar. Ah ja. Aber Digga, auf YouTube haben kriege Copyright Strike. So ein Dreck.
Es ist halt so, auf YouTube brauchst du erst einmal ein paar Abonnenten. Also ich würde sagen so 1000 Abonnenten. Dann darf ich auf Twitch.
Yes, ja, na, du kannst ja erst auf Twitch umfangen und zusammen noch die Abonnenten farmen. Hey, geht schon noch. Und dann danach gehst du auf YouTube. Weil auf Twitch hat es gar nicht, ist so einfacher eigentlich Abonnenten zu kriegen. Oder hab besser gesagt Follower. Aber mir kommt vielleicht irgendwie viel schwieriger auf Twitch. Oder?
Twitch ist halt ein bisschen spannend, aber anhand von jedem Umfang ist schwer zu sehen. Musst du allen so.
Sad life. Oh, ja. Junge. Wieso soll ich... Junge. Digga, das ist meine erste Runde. Was willst denn du von mir? Wie es ausschaut, nicht? Wie es ausschaut? Bitte einfach besser, Digga. Einfach besser. ja. Ah! Du warst so one. Du warst so one. Du warst so one, Alter. So one, Alter. So one. Oh! Oh, sorry. Wieso haben die eigentlich alle im Deck und du Bump? Oder Hebel? Schon auch wie unfair. Was ist mit meinem Aim, Alter? Junge. Inati ghetto, ponti di ghetto, inati ghetto, ponti. Junge, was schreibst du Lell ein, Alter? People want to dap it up and they can't get enough of me. I put the chin and snap it up at least head, but money. People wanna rock around. Ja, man kennt sie. Ja, ja, sorry. Aha. Aha. Junge, du bist so lost. Brauchst du es halt eigentlich? Inati ghetto, ci ghetto. Ich weiß. Aber auf Twitch kann man den unlosen. Ja, ich weiß. Und wen juckt's? Sollen sie mich bannen, Alter? Hey, wo bist denn du jetzt gespawnt? Ah, wo bist du gespawnt? Ah, da hinten. Logisch hast du die gute Waffe, Alter. Ich like Hackska. Ja! Ja, die, was der ist so gut auch noch. Ja, ja, danke für so ein Schießen, muss echt sagen. No! Digga, er hat allem Spaß. Du hast nie gedacht. Nie. Du hast allem Spaß oder Hebel. Allem. Hä? Das ist so lächerlich. Und mein Schuss war halt so hart drauf, gell? Aber na, Stürmlein nicht. Ja, ja. Da. Schon wieder hat der Bump, was? Schau! Du hast allem Leib Bump, hä? Digga, hä? Du cheatest! Du hast allem Leib Bump! Allem! Du hast Leib Bump! Lei! Ma. Das ist so dreckig, Alter. Das Game ist so dreckig. Ja nein, ich einen legendären Spaß gehabt, aber was soll ich sagen, Alter? Du schaut allem Bump. Ja. Schieß live, verstehen, ja. Was? Kann man hier mal noch Spaß treffen? Nix. Ja. Wow! Ja, Digga, schau, du hast halt allem Leibbump. Das regt mich ja so teuflisch auf, Alter. So teuflisch. Ich sag's da. Das tut's noch schon. Wetten? Ja, okay. Hä, wieso kriege ich jetzt alle einmal Bumps? Hä? Was, mit Bump treffe ich irgendwie nichts mehr. Hell ist das Problem. So, wo ist denn das Schatzile jetzt? So. Bin wieder back in the business. Warum hat er 3 Siege und ich nur einen? Seit wann macht die 41er Headshot? Nein! Ich wollte ihn ja, wahrscheinlich Pickaxen mit der Angel noch reinholen, Alter. Bitte noch eine Angel. Oh, schade. Schade, Mama Clara. Oh, wo ist er denn gespawnt hier? Hä? Wo spawnt er denn? Sie. Alter. Kreativ. Modus verlassen. Ich verlasse den Kreativmodus.
Wow. Wow.
This is the loneliest house in the world. Oh, it's so lonely, no. There are tons of conspiracy theories around it. Like some people think a billionaire built this place in case of a zombie apocalypse. Some people think it's like a religious cult. But most people just want to move here and get away from their problems.
Don't be surprised if one day I just...
No, but on a real note, this trip is said to be extremely dangerous. And locals say you'd have to be stupid to try to go with no experience. Which really only leaves one man for this job. Hello, hello. Clearly, I'm not prepared for a country named Iceland. Basically, I'm taking a taxi to a ferry. That ferry's gonna drop me off at an island. And from that island, I'm going to the island with the loneliest house in the world on it. I made it! Lunar Malunar. Did I say that right? Sort of a celebratory...
Harry Melons.
Oh dear. It is so cold, I'm wearing shorts. I'm meeting a man named, like, Bajarni or something. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Okay, I'm moving a little fast here, so let me explain. In 2017, a man named Bajarni uploaded this YouTube video. He explores the island and the house and everything, but he's only speaking Icelandic. So I reached out to him and he actually responded, and he said he would take me to the island and make me juicy steaks. So that's about all the information I'm pulling up with. And this is Bajarni. How do you pronounce your name?
Bjarni.
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 Yeah.
So he shows me the boat we're going to be leaving on to go to the island. In treacherous waters, might I add.
Looks like a pretty good sized boat. You should be
Honestly,
fine on the water.
Girl, you're flying.
So. Which low ground? What the? Junge, die Aufgaben sind so Müll, ne? Trennen wir mal im Bein.
Hallo?
Hallo? Moin.
Kannst du Fabian bei mir mitspielen lassen?
Wer ist das?
Achtung, Softdam. Achtung, Softdam.
Ja, was ist
Hallo.
los? Ja.
Ich will nur sagen, Softdam hast du falsch geschrieben.
Ich wollte nicht Soft-Aim schreiben.
Okay.
Oh ja, jetzt check ich's.
Okay, und zwar wollten wir eigentlich gerade zufällige Spitzhacken-Challenge machen und die Farbe, die unsere Spitzhacke hat, müssen wir als Waffe nehmen. Deswegen
In Arena, aber in Arena. Wir wollten es witziger machen.
Ja, aber wir wollen eigentlich alleine spielen. Also kannst du bitte rausgehen?
Ja. Okay, Junge. Aber wisst ihr was? Leute, ich gehe jetzt auf